On my previous video, I talked about serratus wall slides and getting up to this 140 degrees or so of shoulder flexion position. What I failed to mention was what we do once we get past 140 degrees of shoulder flexion. When we're talking about shoulders all the way overhead, that's a lot of times where we're seeing instability happen. Falling out on an outstretched arm is a very common injury pattern. So one thing that I'm looking at here is band-loaded overhead resistance, and I have my nice dog Tuna here to help me out again. We're band loading into an external rotation pattern, coming out and overhead. Now on this one, I want to make sure that I'm not extending through the lumbar spine, I'm not letting my ribs come flare up. I want to keep a nice neutral core, reaching out and overhead. And this is an exercise that you're going to want to prescribe for a high rep range. This is something that's going to be required for stability over time. Excuse me, Pooch. Now the next exercise, we're going to use a band loaded, and this is a more dynamic exercise because we're going to have an external rotation resistance along with a vertical or axial loaded resistance. Now what we're looking at here, we're going to pull the band apart for external rotation, and then from there, overhead. And this exercise differs from a PVC pipe shoulder dislocation in that we have more resistance. Now these are more advanced shoulder stability exercises. These are something you're going to do at least 3 or 4 months post-surgical, something you're not going to do with a chronic dislocating or unstable arm. Resisting out and overhead. Thanks for watching. TeddyWilsey.com.